They said I had to win. They said F2 would only win, but Ferrari had other plan. For 2026, the official I'm joining Haas F1. But to understand how I got this seed, we had to go back to the start of the final job. So, of course, crashing on to the hypercar in the WEC series in the Ferrari 499P. Obviously, this is the beginning of this final journey of getting myself into Formula 1. As it's already been told in the beginning, we don't need to do F2. We can snip it entirely and to get straight into Formula 1. So that is something I want to try to achieve and make sure they do not let it. So that is the goal, of course, is to try to prove I am worthy of a man to drive a Formula 1 car, completely different motorsport compared to this hypercar introduction. But first off, Qatar, about to top the line, the finish of the qualifier. Where do I start? It is a P1. The season started in Qatar. Ferrari 499P was the beast, but the WEC field is unforgiving. At this point, F1 wasn't even on my radar, and I, of course, had lost the lead of the race, given by the car in front of us had just taken the lead, and we needed to try to get it back, made a small contact. But of course, I want to mention this is my third year racing hypercar that I, of course, had already had a record of from year 1, year 2, with a fantastic top 5 finish. So this year, we want to try to bring the Ferrari to the top and win it all as a team, and that is, of course, is my only target. But unfortunately, we had made a mistake to start the season off, and that was not good. So we had to hurry back onto the track and start chasing down the leader once again. To far forward for a couple laps later, we start chasing down onto the next victim, diving down the inside, and now going ahead and making a move on our teammate, got down the outside and got the move up. This shows our good pace. We are on the way. Catch the leader, went quite a little bit late, did not help us on this corner, but then later on we started chasing down to ditch that same car, and we got the overtake on the inside, and I knew it was good. I was just focusing on proving I could handle the world's most complex hybrid machinery. And now we're heading to final lap, finally caught up to the leader, and we're now starting our shakedown to try and move back into the lead of the race and get the season starting off brilliantly for us. But unfortunately, when quite a little bit slow on the corner, which allowed 2 cars in front of us to overtake us, and we need to try to get back in. So we nipped to the inside of this Ferrari of Robert Cooper, and we now try to take the second place, going side by side, very intense racing, but thankfully we got ahead and now starting again another chase onto the P1, and hopefully we can take the lead of the race and finish on the top at the final lap. But can we achieve it or not? And unfortunately, he has spun. We have spun up, and that is going to end our racing in a horrible fashion. This was not good, especially for my opportunity to get into Formula 1. The pace is there, but the confidence needs to get back in, and we of course had the other driver making a mistake as well, which is obviously let up to move up into another places, which is good, but we are finishing a bit low my expectation, and I was not happy. I knew I got a lot of work cut down for me. By the time we hit Spa, the rumours started. My name was being whispered in the paddock. The racing was getting harder, and the stake was getting higher. I knew people were watching. I just didn't know who. As we chasing down our rival, we are eyeing for a move on the inside, but we had a massive locked up and hit into the side of him. So we need to hold it together. So don't forget, we need to fix what we have damaged in the last way in Qatar. We need to improve much more better to be more positive for our result in Belgium as we now join up the Euro onto that on snow. We had a massive speed advantage over our rival as we now go for the move on the inside line, really having a proper good racing right now as we heading into the corner. We brake slightly later and we held our position while the car behind had to back out, unfortunately for that car, as we got really close with the Toyota GR. Ironically, it's the same company we are joining in Formula 1, as we now drive for the move on the inside, get it done, and we're moving into the lead of the Belgium insurer, and we now got the chance to win the Belgium Grand Prix of the insurer racing of course. Then team tactic COTA had home turf, standing at paddock. I got the tour from Mardiello. Then the Haas seat is yours. You're snipping up to. My heart nearly stopped in that moment. The Ferrari hypercar wasn't just a late car anymore. It was my training well for pinnacle of motorsport. We are now on way in COTA, chasing down all the cars ahead of us. Of course, we had a bit of a rough qualifying that we need to make up for as we went for a double overtake on 2 cars, and we're now moving up in the order, and we can now start chasing down the rest of the car ahead of us. So we're making a good progress. But we need to catch up. We've got a lot of work to catch up for us. As we now chasing down Ferrari teammates as we want to try to get the move done to allow the outside on the other car point of view, which in scene we couldn't quite get it done. We did it again in the next corner and absolutely nailed it as we move up in the order once again. Then we far forward a couple laps later, starting another shakedown once again. Of course, we are showcasing our ability of our skills, and we are proving what we can actually do as we now heading into the structure way, going side by side, proper good racing, but we have gone through. And now onto pit lane, chasing off for the Qatar. We want to make a move quickly as we're going down the outside. Hopefully we can pull it off. But once we get the par, we can now start shakedown for the win. But is it possible? Will that happen or not as we now gone through? But the win is still quite a little bit far. We got more work, so we need to try to catch up. So we far forward slightly later. We now making a move onto the podium spot. But we need to get through because there's not long left until the insurer racing is finished. So we tucked them behind, slipstream, absolutely fantastic chances. It's now coming aboard for us. Going down the inside, looking for it, going down for the move, and we now move onto the podium. Starting from P12 all the way up to the podium, it shows an absolutely fantastic pace that we've got going on right now. And we're going for the move on the inside, and we pause it off, and that is such a place for us. And we now try and get the leader, and we are looking to make it back-to-back win for our team and myself. So it's important to do it, and we now made a little contact with Toyota. Once again, it's the same team that we live in again last night, and we managed to beat them, and we're doing it again, and got the overtake, and take the lead of the COTA. And we now are heading out into the final corner and taking another fish lane in COTA. Well done to me, but we have now got the feel we are joining the hat in 2026. Bahrain, the final chapter with the Ferrari. Won last night in 499p. I want to lead the team with my head held high. Every dealership, every overtake, I'm just saved for it. Because I knew the next time I snapped into a car, it wouldn't have a leaf. So, let's enjoy my final time in a hypercar. All of those hard work has finally paid off. We've been working so hard all year long, and we are now heading into the second flag of the qualifier and put myself into second place. It was a positive result, of course, as we now tracking on to the final day of this season. We already accomplished everything this season. We won the trophy, by the way, which is absolutely fantastic. So we now are going to win, or trying to win, my prize for this final race of the season. With the Porsche in front of us and myself behind, we now get away and start off the final race of the season here at the Bahrain racing. As we now heading into the third corner, we are going to be behind, but giving a small contact, try to tell them we are here, don't push me out. As we now got going and we are behind in second place. Nothing has changed, of course, but there is action behind with that Toyota, whom we had a bit of a rivaling in the last couple of races, the one who I had taken the lead from them in the final lap, and it always worked out for us, but this time we are facing a different rival in that Porsche. They are still strong around the track, so I knew we got a little bit of work to do. But can we do it or not? But towards our team rival behind us, number 2, I know he had the better experience. He can actually beat us, but you don't face the experience. But can he do it or not? And while myself, we are trying to find a way past of that Porsche, but it's proven difficult. We need to be patient. We need to be composed. We need to wait for the opportunity to come along, and we will find it as we have got a chance, made a small contact on the rear. But all is good. We stay behind. We want to be safe. We want to take the opportunity at the right time. And that is, of course, very important, as we have managed to find a good effort and get the move done, going side by side, heading towards the turn 10. This was a very important corner, as we got the Porsche feeling a little bit sliding and made the contact with Robert, and I had taken the lead of the Bahrain Tournament racing, and we now could be looking at our win, which is fantastic result, and it would be first win in this video and 5 wins in the season. So we knew we had the best chance to hold on to the lead, while Porsche, who of course had an awful effort sliding all over the place or having a battle with the car behind, made the contact, but that Porsche remained in third. But we already come home in the finish line, and we win the Bahrain Tournament racing for the last time. Well done to us and our team. Wow. Now we're heading back to the garage and getting our suit off and getting ready for Formula 1. This chapter is closed. No more insurance. No more fuel saving. From here out, it's pure raw speed. Haas GTR Formula 1 team is the next step. Australia is debut and the goal to be the world champion. Formula 1, I'm coming for you. Australia, let's see what this Haas can really do.